Yo, 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 what's up, people? It's your boy Tom back with another episode. I'm literally recording this like 20 minutes before the week 2 Thursday night game supposed to start. So this is going to be a quick episode. We're going to bang this out right away. So let's go over week 1. And it feels like my throat's starting to feel a little better. So we'll see how far I can go. The Bills, we're going to crush the Rams, excuse me. But the first half was pretty, back and forth with mistakes from both teams. Bills, I think Josh, I don't throw like 2 interceptions. I know he threw one. I don't remember how many interceptions he threw, but But I know the rookie James Cook fumbled, and I thought he was going to be a big part of the team. But clearly, he needs some work on ball handling. But anyway, the story of the game was the second half. They blew doors wide open, and Bills look like a serious football team. A lot of people are picking them to go to the Super Bowl, and it definitely looks like they're on their way. After the first week impression. So Saints Falcons. I did pick the Saints to win, but honestly, I did not think it'd be this close. I mean, I know this is a pretty intense rivalry, but like I said, I didn't think they'd be this close. I didn't think Marcus Mariota would do that good, but he impressed me from the highlights I've seen. He's done pretty impressive. He was pretty impressive, and same with the rest of the Falcons' offense. I did pick the Browns to win, and I did say it would be a close game, and it came down to a last-second field goal. And the Falcons would have won the last-second field goal, but there's a theme to Week 1. We'll go over that in a little bit. Browns literally won a last-second field goal, and I find that pretty crazy because I didn't think it'd be that close. I thought it'd be, well, I thought they would win by at least a touchdown, but I guess Panthers, they did come back. So, and I had Robbie Anderson on my fantasy team, and I sat him on the bench because I didn't think he'd be that good. But you learn from your mistakes. Next game I picked the Niners over the Bears, but it was a really rainy and crappy day, and Trey Lance did not look that good. Justin Fields played pretty okay from the highlights I've seen. He played pretty okay. It looks like I want him to be the guy going forward for the Bears, but we'll see. We'll see what both these teams do in the next week. So I believe we'll see who they play next week. I don't remember off the top of my head. Bengals should have won this game. They had like 3 different chances to win the game, but in the end, Steelers came back and they won. The defense dominated, which I didn't think they were going to do. I thought that offensive line should have improved in the offseason, but they sacked him like 4 times, and he threw the ball. And he threw like 4 interceptions, and it was just not a good start for Cincinnati. But somehow they were still in the game. Somehow they still had an opportunity to win the game. But I mean, I guess it's week 1. It's early, so we'll see if the Bengals come roaring back in these next few weeks. I thought my Eagles were going to win by at least 10 points or at least 2 touchdowns, but clearly I was wrong. And the biggest issue for my Eagles is defense, and specifically tackling and run stopping. Apparently there's some stats that I looked up, and Jordan Davis was only on 22 snaps, and when they only allowed like 2.2 yards per play when he was on the field, but otherwise the Lions rushed for like a ridiculous amount. I forget what the number was, but a lot higher than 2.2. I thought the Lions would be a much better team, but I didn't think they'd be within a field goal. So that was a smart play. Keep on mostly running the football and let the players make big plays. So, oh my god, fuck off! Live update, Jesus, it's annoying. Anyway, I thought the Colts were going to crush the next game. I thought the Colts were going to crush the Texans, but I was completely wrong on that. Texans dominated. I think it was like 20-3, and the Colts came back and they tied the game. I didn't think we'd have a week 1 tie already, but hey, it is what it is. So I'm intrigued to see these 2 teams going forward. These 2 teams, the AFC South in particular, is going to be really interesting going forward. Patriots and Dolphins. I figured the Dolphins would win, but I think they win. But I thought it'd be a lot closer than this. But the Patriots offense definitely struggled, and the Miami offense looks really good. Miami's defense also looks really good too. So Miami's a team to watch out for. Ravens crushed the Jets. I think everyone saw this coming. Lamar had a great game, 3 touchdown passes in a contract year. So we'll see if he keeps that performance up. Commanders beat the Jags. I thought the Jags would get the upset on the road, but Carson looked good at first, and then I believe he threw 2 touchdowns first, threw 2 picks, and then threw another touchdown for a game winner, I believe. I believe that's what the score was. I believe that's how their scoring went, but so the Commanders, they look to be a lot better team than I thought, and hopefully the Jags can get their first win soon. Titans should have won this game. They lost in a last-second field goal miss. Giants got lucky. That's all I'm going to say about that. I mean, Saquon's back. He looks good. You still don't trust Daniel Jones. Chiefs crushed the Cardinals, but I thought this would be a shootout, but I knew the Chiefs were going to win. I just thought they would be a lot closer than this. I thought the Cardinals would score like 41 points or something, but it is what it is. It is what it is with them. Chargers and Raiders. I believe I picked the Chargers to win. I don't remember. I'll have to go back and check. But Justin Herbert is my fantasy quarterback of one of my teams. He looks really good. He threw 3 touchdown passes. The defense looks a lot better. Even though the Raiders' offensive line isn't that good, the Chargers' defense looks really good. And he got 3 interceptions off Derek Carr. So it might take longer for the Raiders to get going than I figured, but we'll see. It's still early in the AFC West. Vikings basically shut down the Packers, which was I thought this game would be closer. The Christian Watson dropped a game-opening touchdown on like the first play of the game. And that was just a real buzzkill. It seems like it just went downhill from there. Vikings did really well. Justin Jefferson, it really is. He basically is the best receiver in the game. He's definitely up there as the best. One of, if not the best. I picked the Bucs over the Cowboys, and it was an ugly game, but glad the Bucs won. But the Bucs are just prone with injuries right now, which is not good for them. So they're going to be struggling the next few weeks. And Seattle with probably, I would say this is the biggest upset of the weekend. I don't think anyone picked the Seahawks to beat the Broncos, especially the way they did. They did in the bad game management by Nathaniel Hackett. I mean, I understand it's his first game, but I feel like you should know what to do in that situation. Especially when you have Russell Wilson as your quarterback. 4th and 5, that's very makeable. And they let too much time off the clock. And if they got that, they could have called another timeout. And they could have ran like another couple of plays. And then they would have got a better chance to score a field goal and much closer. So Broncos fans can only hope that Nathaniel Hackett learns from that terrible lesson, and then we'll see going forward. And then let's look over the next week. So this game is about to start in like 10 minutes from now. I'm going to say the Chiefs at home just barely, even though this is going to be I think the Chargers defense is better than the Chiefs defense, but we'll see. I'm going to pick the Chiefs in a close one. I believe the spread is -4, but the Chargers will cover. Ooh, Ravens and Dolphins. That should be a tough one. That's a tough one to pick. Ravens, another defensive back from the Ravens got hurt. God, this should be a tough one. This actually is a tougher one to pick than I thought. I want to pick Baltimore just barely. I think, even though I believe they played last year and Miami won, but I'm going to go. Actually, you know what? No, think about it now. I'm going to pick the Dolphins. I'm going to go the Dolphins over the Ravens. Browns over Jets, that's the easy one. Commanders over the Lions. Even though I think this game will be really close too. Ooh, Colts and Jags. They play each other? Dude, it's going to be I'm picking the Jags to beat the Colts this week. It's going to be a wild game, but I think the Jags will beat the Colts at home again. The Colts haven't won in Jacksonville since like 2014, so fuck it, go with the upset again. Saints at Bucks. Bucks at Saints. I'm going to go with the Saints at home just because the Bucks are brittle with too many injuries, and the Saints always find a way to shut down Tom Brady. Panthers and Giants. Ooh, that's a tough one. Yeah, Giants won because they got lucky. Panthers lost a close one. I'm going to pick the Panthers over the Giants. I just feel like Baker Mayfield's going to get that win. I don't know. Steelers and Pats. Steelers. Patriots don't look good at all, especially on offense. 2-0-1 teams, Falcons at Rams. I'm going to go with the Rams. Rams have a better offense and a much better defense in Atlanta. 49ers at Seahawks. I'm going to pick the Niners. I think they're going to come back and win this week. I think Trey Lance will have a better game than he did last week. Bengals at Cowboys. I'm going with the Bengals. The Cowboys were the only team who did not score a touchdown week 1. I think they're going to look much better than they did in week 1. They're going to protect Joe Burrow much better. All their playmakers are going to make big plays. Texans at Broncos. I'm going to go with the Broncos. Excuse me. I'm going to go with the Broncos with this one. Cardinals at Raiders. This is going to be a good one. 2-0-1. Looks like this is a pretty solid matchup. 2-0-1 teams. I'm going to say Vegas. I'm going to say the Raiders at home. I think they're barely going to win. Packers, they got to come back and beat the Bears. Packers come back and beat the Bears. Bills win at home against the Titans. And I really want to pick my Eagles to beat the Vikings. I really do, but I'm not so sure. I don't know. Like, our run defense was not that great against Detroit, and Justin Jefferson is a monster. He's going to have a monster fucking game. And I'm just worried more so about Dalvin Cook running for like 300 fucking yards on our team. So, and Kirk Cousins always kicks our ass for some reason. Like, I think the last time we beat Kirk Cousins was he was on the Redskins. It was our Super Bowl year. He was on Washington, and we beat him that year twice. So that's the last time the Eagles beat Kirk Cousins. So I really want to say that I have hope for the Eagles fixing up their mistakes and beating the Vikings, but the Vikings right now look like a very good football team. So yeah, fine, I'm going to go with the Birds. Hey, go Birds. So fuck it, yeah. And I know this was a short episode. I want to talk about more other stuff from that happened, especially about the Black Ariel thing, but I guess I'll make another video on that tomorrow or some other time. But yeah, that's it for this week's episode. Peace out. I'll catch y'all soon. Hopefully, maybe either this weekend or sometime, or maybe next week. So we'll see. Peace out.